Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. Ladies, listen closely. Life is not random. Those signs you keep noticing, they're not coincidence. They're God speaking directly to you, whispering through the noise, telling you something important. You are on the edge of something extraordinary. Maybe you don't feel ready. Maybe doubt tries to creep in, but I'm telling you, those signs are proof you are being prepared. Not just prepared, but elevated. Tested, yes, but strong at faith isn't about having all the answers. It's about trusting the process, even when you can't see the finish line. God's timing, it's perfect. Even when it feels like everything's on pause, everything's delayed. That's when he's moving. That's when he's aligning the stars in your favor. You are not walking this path alone. Every step you take, divine hands are guiding you, protecting you, lifting you higher. See, those signs aren't just symbols. They're invitations to stand tall, to face your fears, to own your story, your power, your destiny. This is your moment to walk boldly into the calling God has placed on your heart. Your struggles are sharpening your spirit, molding your character, making you unstoppable. The woman who recognizes these signs is a woman who will move mountains. So hold on, hold fast. Your story isn't over. It's just beginning. God's message to you today is simple but profound. There is hope. There is renewal. And there's a destiny so bright that nothing will be able to stop you. Stand firm. Trust that voice inside you, because God has not forgotten you. He's getting ready to bless you beyond your wildest dreams. Now go on, step into that greatness. The world is waiting for the woman God created you to be. You are being prepared for something greater than you can imagine. This is not just a comforting phrase or a vague notion tossed around when things feel uncertain. It is a profound truth rooted deeply in the journey of growth and transformation. Every challenge you face, every moment of doubt, every season of waiting, all of it is shaping you for a purpose that surpasses your current understanding. Life feels heavy or overwhelming. That's often the very moment when preparation is at its peak, even if it doesn't feel like it. Think about a seed buried underground. It's dark, it's confined, and at first it seems like nothing is happening. Yet beneath the surface, forces are at work. The seed is gathering strength, building roots, growing in ways that the naked eye can't see. This hidden work is necessary to prepare it for the moment when it will break through the soil and grow into a towering tree. You are like that seed. The times when you feel stuck, invisible, or weighed down are the times your spirit is quietly growing stronger, your resilience is being fortified, and your readiness for what's next is being cultivated. Preparation isn't always glamorous. It doesn't come with loud fanfare or obvious milestones. Instead, it often comes wrapped in patience, perseverance, and sometimes pain. But each experience you encounter is like a layer of armor being built around your heart and mind. Every obstacle you overcome adds a new strength. Every tear you shed waters the roots of your soul. When you understand this, you realize that no hardship is wasted. No struggle is meaningless. They are all part of a divine curriculum designed just for you. There is a divine timing at play, a rhythm that isn't always in sync with our human impatience. Sometimes you might feel like you are waiting forever, like your dreams are delayed or your prayers unheard. But that waiting is not empty. It is fertile ground where your faith is being tested and your character refined. It is preparation for a destiny that requires more than just hope. It requires endurance, humility, and a spirit unbreakable. When you are finally called to step into that greater thing, you will not just walk in blindly. You will walk in with wisdom, strength, and grace that only preparation can provide. Moreover, this preparation is personal and unique. No one else has the exact path you've walked or the exact lessons you've learned. Your journey, with all its ups and downs, has created a version of you equipped for a purpose tailored specifically to your heart and soul. It's easy to look around and compare yourself to others, wondering why your progress seems slow or why your moment hasn't come yet. Remember, what you see on the outside rarely tells the full story. Everyone's timeline is different and everyone's preparation looks different. Your preparation might be quieter, more internal, but it is no less powerful or important. In those moments when fear tries to grip you, when doubt clouds your mind, remind yourself that you are in training for a life that is bigger than what you currently know. This training will stretch you beyond your comfort zone. It will challenge your limits and break down old beliefs about what is possible. Sometimes it feels like everything is falling apart, but in reality, That's the moment when everything is being rebuilt, stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your true calling. By being prepared not just to achieve success or to reach a goal, but to become the kind of person who can carry a great responsibility with humility and courage. You are being prepared to inspire others, to lead with empathy, and to serve a purpose far beyond yourself. The greatness you are being readied for is not about fame or fortune. It is about becoming a beacon of hope, a source of light in the darkness, a vessel of grace and strength for those who come after you. Sometimes preparation means learning to let go, letting go of control of expectations, of fears. It's learning to trust the process, even when the path isn't clear. It's understanding that growth often requires surrender and patience. While you may not see the full picture now, every step you take is moving you closer to the moment when you will fully realize what you have been prepared for. You might be feeling exhausted, frustrated, or ready to give up. That's understandable. But even in those feelings, something powerful is happening. Your endurance is being built. Your heart is being softened to receive more grace. Your mind is being opened to new possibilities. The woman you are becoming through this preparation is a woman who will not just survive, but thrive in the face of challenges. She will be a woman who knows her worth, who walks confidently in her purpose, and who stands unshaken by storms. Preparation is a testimony in the making, a story of transformation that will encourage and uplift others who are still in the trenches. You finally step into the greater thing awaiting you. Your journey will inspire others to hold on to their own faith, to keep pushing forward, and to believe that they too are being prepared for something extraordinary. No matter how long it takes, no matter how many times you feel like you're failing or falling short, keep moving forward. The preparation you are undergoing is equipping you for a destiny that is far beyond your current vision. You are being shaped, molded, and readied for a future filled with purpose, impact, and fulfillment. And when the time comes, you will look back and realize that every trial, every moment of waiting, every tear was all part of a greater plan to make you the woman you were always meant to be. The signs you see are not random or meaningless. They are reminders that your faith is being tested and strengthened. Life has a way of placing obstacles, challenges, and unexpected turns in your path to help you grow in ways you never thought possible. These signs, whether subtle or unmistakable, are signals from a higher power inviting you to examine where you stand in your faith journey. They ask you to dig deeper, to trust harder, and to hold on tighter, even when everything around you seems uncertain. Each sign is a checkpoint, a moment of pause designed to stretch your spirit and prepare you for what lies ahead. Faith is not something that remains static or unchallenged. It is a living, breathing force that must be nurtured and tested to grow stronger. When your faith is tested, it might feel uncomfortable or even painful. You might wrestle with doubt, question your path, or wonder why certain things are happening. These moments are not signs of failure, but rather opportunities for growth. Just like muscles need resistance to become strong, your faith needs trials to become resilient. The signs you see are reminders that the universe or God is working behind the scenes, shaping your inner strength through these tests. When you recognize that your faith is being tested, it brings with it a chance to reevaluate what you truly believe in. It calls you to distinguish between what is superficial and what is genuine. Often when everything is easy and smooth, faith can become something taken for granted, like an automatic response. But when challenges arise, those moments peel back the layers and expose the core of your belief. Do you trust in God's plan when the outcome is uncertain? Do you hold on to hope when the circumstances say otherwise? The signs serve as a mirror, reflecting back your inner resolve and willingness to stand firm. In the midst of these tests, it's important to remember that strengthening faith is a process. It does not happen overnight. The signs that appear repeatedly are like gentle nudges, urging you to stay on the path even when the road is rough. They encourage perseverance, reminding you that the struggle itself has purpose. Often people feel abandoned during these times, as if they are walking alone through a storm. But these signs are evidence that you are not alone at all. They are divine confirmations that your faith is seen, noticed, and valued. Even when it feels like silence or waiting, the signs tell you that growth is underway. Your faith is also strengthened when you choose to respond to these signs with courage rather than fear. It's easy to be overwhelmed or discouraged by what life throws at you, but the act of holding on despite the fear is where faith truly flourishes. The signs challenge you to move beyond comfort zones and to trust in something bigger than yourself. They invite you to lean into the uncertainty with the belief that whatever you are facing has a higher purpose. When you accept this challenge, your faith becomes a source of power rather than a weakness. Every test, every sign, every moment of doubt can be seen as a building block for a faith that can withstand anything. These experiences fortify your spirit, preparing you to be a source of strength and hope for others. Your journey through these tests is not only for your own growth, but also becomes an inspiration to those who witness it. The signs remind you that faith is not passive. It is active and alive, growing stronger as you walk through the trials. It is faith that moves mountains, but it is also faith that stands firm in the face of a storm. The signs also teach patience and trust in divine timing. Sometimes faith is tested simply by the act of waiting. Waiting for answers, waiting for breakthrough, waiting for peace. These moments of waiting are often the hardest because they require you to surrender control and trust that things are unfolding as they should. The signs serve as gentle reminders during these times, encouraging you to keep believing even when you can't see the outcome. They reassure you that your faith is being molded into something unshakable through the patience you cultivate. As your faith is tested and strengthened, you begin to see life from a different perspective. The signs help you shift your focus from what is missing or broken to what is being built within you. You start to recognize the blessings hidden within challenges and the lessons wrapped inside difficulties. This shift transforms your entire approach to life. Trusting His timing means letting go of anxiety about the future and choosing to believe that He is in control. It's about stepping back and saying, I don't have all the answers, but I believe you do. This act of surrender doesn't make you weak. It makes you strong because it is grounded in faith and humility. There is a beautiful freedom in trusting God's timing because it releases you from the pressure to force things to happen on your own schedule. It frees you from comparing your progress to others and from feeling like you are falling behind. When you trust His timing, you learn to live in the present moment, to find joy and gratitude in the now rather than constantly chasing what's next. This trust becomes a source of peace that sustains you through uncertainty and gives you confidence that what is meant for you will not pass you by. Trusting God's timing also means being open to unexpected blessings. Sometimes when we insist on our own timing, we close ourselves off to better opportunities, greater growth, or deeper healing that comes with patience. What feels like a delay might be God's way of protecting you from something not yet right or guiding you towards something far more beautiful than you could imagine. By trusting His timing, you allow space for miracles, new paths, and divine intervention that surpass human logic. In the moments when trusting feels hardest, remember that God's timing is rooted in love. He is not distant or indifferent. He is intimately involved in your life and desires the best for you. His timing is never about withholding, but about giving you what you need when you need it most. Sometimes that means teaching you valuable lessons, building your character, or deepening your faith through the waiting period. His love never fails, and His timing is an expression of that unfailing love. Trusting God's timing also teaches you humility. It reminds you that life is not solely about your will or desires, but about aligning with a greater purpose. When you let go of the need to control everything, you make room for God's plan to unfold in ways you never anticipated. This surrender opens your heart to greater wisdom, grace, and peace. It allows you to walk through uncertainty not with fear, but with confidence that you are exactly where you need to be, even if you can't see the full path yet. There will be days when the waiting feels unbearable, when doubt creeps in, and when you question whether the promises you hold on to will ever come true. Those are the moments when trusting God's timing becomes an act of courage. It means holding on to hope when the horizon looks bleak, believing in light even when darkness surrounds you. It means choosing faith over fear and patience over impatience. Ultimately, trusting God's timing transforms your journey. It changes how you experience challenges, how you respond to setbacks, and how you embrace the unknown. It invites you to live with an open heart, ready to receive what God has prepared for you at the perfect moment. Trusting His timing is an ongoing process. a daily choice to lean into faith rather than lean on your own understanding. It is a call to keep walking, keep believing, and keep trusting that your life is unfolding exactly as it should, under the watchful care of a loving Creator who knows exactly when and how to move on your behalf. You are not alone. Divine support surrounds you in every step. This truth is one of the most comforting and powerful realities you can hold on to, especially when life feels heavy, uncertain, or overwhelming. Sometimes it may seem like you're walking your path all by yourself, facing challenges that feel too big to handle. But beneath the surface of your struggles, unseen forces are working on your behalf. There is a presence, a divine support system that never leaves, never abandons, and is always ready to carry you through the storms. Life often tests us in ways that make isolation feel real. In those moments when the weight of your burdens presses down, when loneliness creeps in, or when fear tries to convince you that no one understands, it's easy to forget that you are surrounded by a spiritual support far greater than any human could provide. Divine support isn't just a comforting idea, it is a living, active presence in your life. It moves with you, strengthens you, and gently guides you, even when you don't recognize it at first. This divine presence can take many forms. Sometimes it's felt as a quiet peace in your heart amid chaos, a gentle whisper of encouragement in moments of doubt, or an inexplicable strength that rises up inside you when you think you have none left. Other times it comes through people, circumstances, or opportunities that appear just when you need them most. Whether through a kind word from a stranger, a timely message, or an unexpected door opening, divine support often shows up in ways that remind you you are not alone. You might wonder why divine support doesn't always manifest in obvious ways. The truth is, it respects your free will and works subtly, often behind the scenes. It doesn't force its way into your life, but patiently waits for you to recognize it, to trust it, and to lean on it. This presence is patient and persistent, always present, even when you don't feel it. The fact that it is unseen doesn't make it any less real or powerful. Like the wind, you may not always see it, but you can feel its effects. Understanding that divine support surrounds you also changes how you face life's challenges. Instead of feeling isolated and overwhelmed, you begin to see yourself as part of a greater story, a story in which you are supported and lifted by a power far beyond your own. This shifts your perspective and fills you with hope and courage. When you believe you are not alone, you gain the strength to keep moving forward, even when the road is difficult. Divine support also reminds you that help is available in every moment. You don't have to carry your burdens by yourself. Prayer, meditation, or simply reaching out with an open heart can connect you to the support. When you invite this presence into your life, you open yourself to guidance, healing, and peace. This connection is a lifeline that keeps you grounded and reassured no matter what you face. Sometimes you might question whether you deserve this support, especially when you feel weak, broken, or unworthy. But divine support is not earned by merit or achievement. It is a gift freely given. It comes not because you are perfect, but because you are loved unconditionally. This love is constant and unwavering, holding you tenderly through your mistakes, your fears, and your moments of doubt. It calls you to rise again, to keep believing, and to trust in the path set before you. As you become more aware of this divine support, you may notice changes in your life. Challenges may still come, but you face them with a new resilience. Fear may still knock on your door, but it no longer controls you. You begin to experience a profound sense of peace that isn't dependent on circumstances, but rooted in knowing you are held and supported. This peace sustains you and renews your spirit. Divine support also encourages you to extend grace to yourself and others. When you understand that you are upheld by something greater, it becomes easier to forgive your own shortcomings and to offer kindness and compassion to those around you. You realize that everyone is on their own journey, supported in ways they may not always see. This awareness fosters empathy and connection, drawing you closer to others through shared human experience. At times, you might still feel alone or unsure, and that is natural. Doubt and fear are part of the human experience. But even in those moments, divine support is quietly present, waiting for you to reach out. It never turns away or abandons you. Its presence is constant, a steady light shining in the darkness, guiding your steps one at a time. Knowing you are not alone means you don't have to face your struggles in silence. Sharing your burdens with trusted friends, mentors, or spiritual guides can help you recognize the divine support already at work in your life. These connections become channels through which divine love and strength flow, reminding you that support is not just a spiritual concept, but a living reality woven into the fabric of your daily life. This support gives you permission to be human, to falter, to rest, to ask for help, knowing you will be met with grace. It encourages you to keep going even when you feel weak, because it lifts you up when you cannot lift yourself. This divine presence is a refuge, a safe harbor where you can find rest for your soul and renewed courage for your journey. You are surrounded by a love and power far beyond what you can see or fully understand. This divine support is with you in every step you take, quietly carrying you, encouraging you, and reminding you that you were never meant to walk alone. It invites you to trust, to surrender, and to keep moving forward with hope in your heart, knowing that no matter what, you are held and supported every moment of your life. These signs are invitations to embrace your true purpose with courage. They come not as random events or coincidences, but as deliberate signals guiding you toward the life you were meant to live. Often these signs appear in moments of discomfort or uncertainty, catching your attention and urging you to take a deeper look at what truly matters. They ask you to awaken to the calling within your heart, to step beyond fear and hesitation, and to walk boldly into the destiny that has been laid out for you. Embracing your true purpose is not always easy. It requires courage because it means stepping into the unknown and letting go of old patterns, familiar comforts, and sometimes even the expectations of others. It means listening to a voice inside that says there is more to your life than what you have settled for or what you have been told is possible. The signs you receive are gentle but persistent invitations to trust that voice, to honor your unique gifts, and to move forward with boldness. When you ignore these signs or dismiss them out of fear or doubt, you close yourself off to growth and transformation. It's natural to resist change because the path of purpose is often challenging and unfamiliar. But resisting these invitations only delays the fulfillment of your destiny and prolongs the struggle within. Each sign is an opportunity, a door opening that leads to greater meaning, fulfillment, and alignment with your deepest self. Courage is what allows you to walk through that door despite uncertainty. The journey to embracing your true purpose also involves vulnerability. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in spite of it. These signs challenge you to face your fears head on and to trust that you are equipped for whatever lies ahead. They remind you that fear is a natural companion on the path of growth, but it does not have to be a roadblock. Every time you choose courage over comfort, you grow stronger and more confident in your ability to fulfill your purpose. Purpose is not something distant or abstract. It is deeply connected to who you are right now. The signs you encounter often point to passions, talents, and desires that have been waiting to be acknowledged and nurtured. They encourage you to explore your gifts and to use them in service of something greater than yourself. When you embrace your purpose with courage, you step into a life of meaning where your actions are aligned with your values and your impact reaches beyond your own needs. These invitations also remind you that your purpose is unique. No one else can fulfill the role you were created for. This truth calls for courage because it means standing confidently in your individuality rather than conforming to societal norms or expectations. It means honoring your own path, even when it looks different from others. When you accept this, you free yourself from comparison and doubt and open up to the full expression of who you are meant to be. The signs may come in many forms: a feeling of restlessness, an unexpected opportunity, a sudden insight, or even a challenge that pushes you out of your comfort zone. Each is a call to awaken and pay attention. They invite you to reflect on where you have been, where you are going. They encourage self-discovery and spiritual growth, urging you to trust the journey and the timing of your own unfolding. Embracing your purpose with courage also means committing to persistence. The path may be long and filled with obstacles, but the signs serve as reminders that you are on the right track. They offer reassurance that the challenges you face are part of the process of becoming fully yourself. Courage keeps you moving forward when doubt threatens to stop you and when the weight of the journey feels heavy. It is the fuel that sustains your passion and resilience. When you begin to respond to these invitations, you start living a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. Your days become infused with a sense of direction and hope. You begin to understand that your purpose is not just about personal success, but about contributing to the world in a way that only you can. This realization brings a deep sense of satisfaction and peace that comes from knowing you are living in alignment with your true calling. The courage to embrace your purpose also opens you up to deeper connections with others. As you step into your authentic self, you inspire and empower those around you to do the same. Your journey becomes a beacon of hope and encouragement, showing others that it is possible to live boldly and with intention. The signs you follow not only transform your own life, but ripple out to create positive change in the lives of many. It's important to remember that embracing your purpose is a process, not a one-time event. The signs will continue to guide you along your journey, inviting you to grow, adapt, and refine your path. Courage will be needed at every step to face new challenges, make difficult decisions, and keep moving forward despite setbacks. But with each step, you become more attuned to your true self, more capable of living fully into your purpose. These signs are also an invitation to trust yourself and the divine wisdom within you. They encourage you to listen to your intuition, to seek clarity through reflection and prayer, and to act with faith. When you embrace your true purpose with courage, you align yourself with a higher power that supports and guides you every step of the way. This alignment brings a sense of peace and assurance that no matter what happens, you are exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you were made to do. Ultimately, the signs that come your way are sacred invitations, a call to rise, to step boldly into your destiny, and to live a life of meaning and impact. They remind you that your purpose is waiting, ready to be embraced with open arms and a courageous heart. It is a path of growth, discovery, and fulfillment that honors the unique light you bring to the world. When you answer these invitations, you open the door to a life that is truly yours. Your struggles are shaping your strength. They're not the end, but the beginning. Life often presents us with challenges that feel overwhelming, moments when everything seems to fall apart and the weight of hardship presses down on us. In those times, it's easy to see struggle as a final destination, a place where hope ends and defeat begins. But the truth is far different. Struggles are not the conclusion of your story. They are the very soil in which your strength takes root and begins to grow. Each difficulty, each hardship, each painful experience is carving out space within you for resilience, courage, and wisdom to emerge. When you face struggle, your spirit is tested, and that testing, while painful, serves a purpose. It pushes you beyond your comfort zone and forces you to confront parts of yourself you may not have known existed. It's in the crucible of struggle that your character is forged. Just like metal is strengthened by fire, your inner strength is shaped by the fires of hardship. These struggles refine your perspective, sharpen your resolve, and build a foundation for the person you are becoming. They teach you lessons about endurance, patience, and faith. Lessons that can only be learned through experience. Struggles often feel isolating, making you believe you are alone in your pain. But the reality is that they are a universal part of the human experience. Every person you admire, every person who has achieved greatness, has walked through valleys of struggle. What sets them apart is not a life without difficulty, but a choice to see struggle as a beginning, a catalyst for growth, rather than an endpoint of failure. Your struggles are a sign that you are moving, evolving, and stepping into a new phase of life where your strength will be revealed. It's important to recognize that strength born from struggle is different from superficial toughness. It is deeper, more resilient, and more compassionate. When your strength is shaped by struggle, it carries with it empathy and understanding for others who are also facing difficulties. It softens your heart, even as it hardens your will. This strength is not about being unbreakable, but about being unshakable in your belief that you can rise again, no matter how many times you fall. Your struggles also teach you to rely on something greater than yourself. They reveal the limits of your own power and invite you to lean into faith, whether that faith is in God, the universe, or the inherent goodness of life. This reliance is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom. It's an acknowledgement that you are part of a larger story, one in which your struggles have meaning beyond what you can see in the moment. This faith becomes a source of comfort and strength that carries you through the darkest hours. Each struggle brings with it an opportunity to learn more about yourself, your desires, your fears, your boundaries, and your potential. It reveals what truly matters and what is merely distraction. It forces you to confront your limits and then push past them. In this way, struggle is a powerful teacher. It does not just break you down. It builds you up. It prepares you for the next chapter in your life, one that is richer, fuller, and more aligned with your true purpose. When you understand that your struggles are shaping your strength, you begin to view setbacks differently. Instead of seeing them as failures or reasons to give up, you see them as necessary steps on your path. Each setback becomes a setup for a comeback. This mindset shifts your experience of life from one of defeat to one of empowerment. It encourages you to keep moving forward, knowing that every challenge you overcome adds to your reservoir of strength and resilience. Your struggles also help you appreciate the moments of joy and peace more deeply. When you have endured hardship, the good times are sweeter and more meaningful. They remind you that struggle is temporary and that light always follows darkness. This perspective brings hope and encouragement during tough times, reinforcing the belief that your current difficulties are just the beginning of something new and better. The process of building strength through struggle often requires patience. Growth does not happen overnight, and the transformation within you may be slow and subtle. Sometimes it feels like you are stuck or not making progress. But every experience, no matter how small, is contributing to your growth. Strength is accumulated over time, layer by layer, through persistence and perseverance. This slow building is what makes your strength enduring and authentic. It's also essential to remember that your struggles do not define you. They are part of your story, but they are not the whole story. You are more than your hardships, more than your pain, and more than your past. Your strength is a testament to the fact that you are capable of rising above any circumstance. It is a declaration that your life is not over because of your struggles. It is just beginning anew with greater wisdom, courage, and purpose. Your struggles are the beginning of a journey towards self-discovery and empowerment. They are the call to awaken the strength within you that you may not have known existed. They invite you to step into a new version of yourself, one who is stronger, wiser, and more compassionate because of what you have endured. This strength is not just for your benefit, but is also a light for others, showing them that it is possible to rise from struggle and find a new beginning. In recognizing your struggles as the foundation of your strength, you reclaim your power. You stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstance and start seeing yourself as a survivor, a warrior, and a champion. This shift in perspective changes everything. It transforms pain into purpose and adversity into opportunity. Your struggles are not the end. They are the doorway to a new chapter of strength, growth, and limitless potential. God's message is one of hope, renewal, and unstoppable destiny. It reaches beyond the noise and confusion of the world to speak directly to the heart, reminding us that no matter how dark or difficult the path may seem, there is always a light that cannot be extinguished. This message is a declaration that hope is alive, fresh beginnings are possible, and the destiny God has planned for each person cannot be derailed. It's a powerful reminder that you are never alone in your struggles or doubts, and that a greater purpose is unfolding in your life, whether you can see it clearly yet or not. Hope is the cornerstone of God's message. It is the belief that no matter what has happened or what challenges lie ahead, there is a future filled with promise and possibility. Hope is not a vague wish or empty optimism, but a deep assurance rooted in faith. Faith that God's love is constant and that his plans are always for good. This hope is what sustains the soul during difficult seasons, providing strength to keep going when everything around you seems to fall apart. It whispers to the weary heart, hold on, better days are coming. It ignites a spark within that refuses to be extinguished by fear, doubt, or despair. Renewal is the next vital element of God's message. Life can be messy, broken, and full of mistakes, but renewal offers the chance to start again, refreshed and transformed. This renewal is not just about turning over a new leaf. It's about a profound inner transformation that reawakens your spirit and aligns you with your divine purpose. God's message assures you that no matter how far you have fallen or how many times you have stumbled, renewal is always available. It's the power that makes barren fields bloom and dry bones live again. It breathes new life into your dreams, your relationships, and your sense of self, inviting you to leave behind the past and step into the fullness of what God intends for you. Unstoppable destiny is the thrilling assurance that the plan God has for you cannot be thwarted. It speaks to the power and sovereignty of God, who orchestrates every detail of your life with precision and love. No matter what obstacles, setbacks, or opposition you face, your destiny is moving forward. It is a destiny designed with your unique gifts, passions, and purpose in mind. A destiny that carries you toward a life of significance and fulfillment. This message encourages you to stand firm and persevere, knowing that the divine hand guiding your steps is greater than any challenge you encounter. This message of hope, renewal, and unstoppable destiny is not reserved for a select few. It is meant for everyone who is willing to listen and believe. It transcends circumstances and personal shortcomings to offer a fresh start and a clear path forward. It's a call to rise above past failures and current struggles, to trust that something greater is working on your behalf. This message invites you to release fear and embrace faith, to let go of doubt and grasp the assurance that your life has divine meaning. God's message also speaks to the heart's deepest longings. It answers the questions of why pain exists, why setbacks happen, and why sometimes a journey feels so hard. It offers perspective that sees beyond the immediate and into eternity. It reminds you that every trial, every heartbreak, and every moment of waiting is shaping you into the person you were meant to be. Your challenges are not wasted. They are refining you, preparing you for the destiny that is unfolding. Hope in God's message fuels resilience. When life knocks you down, this hope lifts you up. It reminds you that failure is not final and that God's grace is sufficient to cover every mistake and every shortfall. Renewal is the invitation to shed old identities and patterns that no longer serve you, to be made new in spirit and mind. It brings freedom from guilt, shame, and regret, replacing them with peace, joy, and a renewed sense of purpose. The unstoppable destiny God speaks of means that your life story is not random or accidental. It is authored by a loving Creator who knows every detail and has written a script of greatness for you. This destiny is not about perfection, but about progression. Moving forward step by step, sometimes slowly, sometimes quickly, but always advancing toward the fulfillment of God's promise for your life. This truth empowers you to keep going, even when the path is unclear or difficult, knowing that God's hand is guiding you towards something extraordinary. God's message also brings courage. It challenges you to step out in faith, to take risks, and to pursue your calling without hesitation. It assures you that you are equipped with everything you need to fulfill your purpose. The strength, wisdom, and resources required are being provided, often in ways you might not immediately recognize. This courage transforms fear into boldness and uncertainty into confident action. This message is a beacon of light that dispels darkness. In moments of despair or confusion, it offers clarity and direction. It reminds you that your value is not defined by your circumstances, but by who God created you to be. It calls you to trust in His timing, His plans, and His unwavering love. This trust opens the door to peace and joy that surpass understanding. God's message of hope, renewal, and unstoppable destiny is ultimately about transformation. It invites you to move from brokenness to wholeness, from doubt to faith, and from stagnation to growth. It is a call to live fully, love deeply, and pursue your divine purpose with passion and confidence. This message is alive and active, ready to ignite a fire within your soul that propels you toward a future filled with promise and blessing. It is a promise that no matter what has been or what is to come, your life is guided by a power that is greater than any obstacle, greater than any fear, and greater than any limitation. When you embrace God's message of hope, renewal, and unstoppable destiny, you step into a life transformed by faith and purpose. No matter the struggles you face, remember they are shaping your strength and preparing you for greater things. Trust in His timing, lean into the divine support surrounding you, and answer the call to live courageously and authentically. Your journey is not defined by hardship, but by the courage to rise, the power to renew, and the destiny that awaits, a destiny that nothing can stop. This is your moment to walk boldly forward, knowing that with God guiding you, your future is filled with promise, purpose, and unshakable hope.